Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this one is going to be freaking wild. We're not talking about nothing in Marvel, we're not talking about DC. We're going to Image Comics for this one. Talking today about Luthor Strode. Most of you do not know that name, but you will. I promise you, you will. And you will not forget about it, because he is a freaking boss. So please like and subscribe to my channel and watch this video till the end for more. We start off our story with bullet holes and blood. Moving forward, I could just let you know that this is going to be a constant in this story. It's going to have a lot of blood. If you have watched Lucy, yeah, this story is kind of like that. When Lucy could use 100% of her mind, Luthor can use 100% of his body. And that is what we learn in the next panel, because he used his body to massacre a whole lot of people who deserve to be killed. And he did it in a spectacular fashion. And he did all that because of one simple book called the Hercules Method. This is when we go back a few weeks to see that Luthor was actually a scrawny kid. He was tall, yes, he was handsome, but he was weak. Him and his best friend Petey decided to get this book to help them stand up to their bullies. We see Luthor getting back to his apartment with his mother. She was a beautiful and caring woman, like any other superhero mother is. But you should know already that never works out, because her son found a book. Luthor was a nice young kid, but he didn't feel comfortable in his own skin. He felt he could look better, and with this book, he looked to achieve this. The Hercules Method was a simple book that directed you on how to focus your body and change your life. The directions were simple: exercise and focus your body and your mind on one simple goal. And he did. He focused his body and his mind, but the changes were not apparent, not yet. In a prison somewhere around the world, there were men bound in chains, not able to move, only able to use their mouth. These were considerably dangerous men, and we see one of them loosening one of his teeth and shooting from his lips like a bullet, piercing the head of a helper who was bringing him his food. This is when we're introduced to the librarian, a very dangerous man that wasn't impressed by this show of skill, because he apparently could do way better with way less. Back with Luthor though, we see him now gaining the appetite. He is eating constantly, and his mother notices this and calls him out on it. She goes forward to grab a plate, but she slips, and Luthor catches this because for some reason he's able to see the tiniest twitch in her body. Knowing the plate was going to drop, he moves swiftly across the room and catches it a split second later from being shattered. He's amazed, and so is his mother. He was shocked. This has never happened before, when suddenly they both heard bang, bang, bang on the door. His mother instantly afraid. This is when we learn that his mother had apparently been traumatized with some event that we will find out about. And Luthor made it clear to Pete, "Don't bang on my door, bro." Like a good son, he offered to skip school and protect his mother, but his mother was not going to allow that happen. Go to school. You need to learn. And so he went to school. But this time, he was different, and we will see how. Back in school though, he sees the love of his life, the absolutely crazy Pietra, but more on her later, because at this moment he had to have a conversation. So Pete helped him, pushing him in her way, causing him to say hi. But as usual, people can never allow you be great, because a bully was watching all this take place, making fun of Luthor. But Pietra was not impressed, actually going further and insulting the bully, knowing full well that this may not come out the right way for Luthor. Doing this, she kissed Luthor on the lips, gently, especially when they've never had a conversation before. Luthor was shocked, but he was entranced. This was the girl of his dreams. This was the best day of his life. No one could ruin this day, but sadly for him, the next class was PE, and his friend was taking the blunt of all the hits from all the bullies. Checking on his friend, he forgot right now he had a target on his back. The bully from earlier, using all of his strength, tossed the dodgeball directly at Luthor's head. Without even looking like some type of spider sense, he caught it and proceeds to toss it back. But before he does, he notices that with every flicker of the bully's muscle, he sees the way the bully is going to dodge. And with that, he tosses it in a way he could not, directly at his face. And he spewed like a freaking fountain. Back with the librarian though, we see a big ship holding a big container and inside a river of blood. The librarian had apparently hitched a ride on this freighter ship, and for some reason he was killing everybody, and I mean everybody, ripping the door off his hinges, and for some reason he could only see right through the human body. So right now this man was just a meat bag, literal meat bag. The librarian cleaned off his hand, and in a calm voice he said, "Don't start begging now. You have survived for 3 days." The man said, "Screw you." And the librarian smiled. "Yes, that's it. Now come and die." After gym class, we see Luthor in the locker room, waiting, because he was not going to run away from a bully. Not this time, and not ever, but Pete was clearly scared. And at that moment, the bully came in with his group. He was looking for vengeance for Luthor messing up his nose. And Luthor tried to apologize, but he wasn't hearing it. He gut punched Luthor. Oomph. And Luthor felt it, but it wasn't that tough. And he made it clear that he needs to stop now before he hurts him. But the bully wasn't listening. And at that moment, Luthor could see right through this bully. He was a meatbag as well. Luthor was tired of being picked on, and he clenched his fist. And with one punch, he took out and shattered this guy's jaw, taking a couple of teeth with it. All the bullies were shocked. Half of them threw up, because this was the start of an adventure, of a new superhero, so to speak. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I promise you there's more stories to tell. Luthor Strode is awesome.